Things get wild. The year is about to end now, and people are waiting for the most important announcement today. The US government is getting ready. But the market is crashing for the second day already. People are very scared. And this is a crucial time for Palantir. Are we going to see a massive pump ahead, or Palantir will continue to bleed? And what on earth am I even talking about? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. It's a big day for Palantir. Palantir has just partnered with Prey to supercharge its ability to launch new features using AIP and OSDK technology. In just a few months, Prey managed to roll out product updates that would normally take 9 months to complete. They also drastically cut down content translation time, from days to just minutes, saving thousands of hours across their massive library of podcasts. Steve Gattina, Prey's founder and CEO, highlighted the deeper mission behind their work. Prayer existed 10,000 years ago, and prayer will exist 10,000 years from now. Thanks to Palantir, Prey can protect and defend religious liberty on a global scale. For Palantir's community, this collaboration feels monumental. It's proof that their technology isn't just cutting edge, it's impactful on a deeply human level. Seeing their tools empower a mission rooted in faith and freedom inspires a sense of pride and purpose. It reinforces the idea that Palantir isn't just shaping industries, it's shaping the world in meaningful ways. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. The news just dropped that the Vantage program with Palantir has been extended for another 12 months. This contract extension is a really big deal for Palantir, and honestly, the numbers speak for themselves. One Twitter user summed it up perfectly. The Palantir extension for Palantir's Army Vantage software is worth $400 million, with a total ceiling of $619 million. It's a one-year contract, but there are options to stretch it out for another 3 years. And the best part? Palantir is the sole supplier. This is massive for the company because it locks them in as a critical partner for the US Army. Being the sole supplier means no competition in this space, and it highlights how indispensable Palantir's tech has become. It's not just about the money, it's about the trust and reliance that comes with such a major contract. But for anyone wondering, what exactly is Army Vantage? Well, it's the Army's go-to platform for making smarter, faster decisions using data. Basically, it takes millions of data points and organizes them into powerful tools that use artificial intelligence and machine learning. Whether it's figuring out personnel readiness or maximizing financial returns, Army Vantage helps leaders and teams work better and faster. It's not just for the top brass either. Thousands of people across the Army, from soldiers to analysts, use it every day to make their jobs easier and more accurate. What makes Army Vantage so special is how quickly it turns raw data into real-world actions. It's flexible, lightning fast, and designed to get results. In simple terms, it's like having the ultimate decision-making assistant for everything the Army needs to run smoothly. But here's the twist. Despite all this great news, Palantir stock is in the red today, and people are scratching their heads over it. But here's the thing. It's not just Palantir. The whole stock market is having a rough day, and there's a reason behind it. One Twitter analyst broke it down perfectly. Today's dip isn't massive, but it's there because everyone's nervous about what Jerome Powell, one of the most prominent figures in the investment world, is going to say today. The Federal Reserve will hold its final meeting of the year, and the market expects a hawkish rate cut. This could affect investor sentiment across the tech sector, including Palantir, since rate changes impact the value of growth-focused companies. However, Palantir's steady government contracts provide stability in uncertain conditions, showing its reliability even during economic shifts. Meanwhile, Databricks, a major player in AI and data analytics, recently raised $10 billion in funding, increasing its valuation to $62 billion. This shows how much demand there is for platforms that can use data effectively. While Databricks focuses on cloud-based AI tools, Palantir specializes in making sense of complex datasets for practical use. This gives Palantir a unique edge in a growing market as both companies and governments keep investing heavily in data-driven technology. But nevertheless, the panic on the market today is real, and you can feel it. But here's the thing. Palantir is still holding strong above $70, and that's a really good sign. Palantir bulls are still holding on. If Palantir drops below $70, it could get ugly fast, with a lot of downside potential. But as long as it stays above that line, the bulls, aka the optimistic investors, still have control, at least in the short term. What he's saying is that $70 is a key level. If Palantir can stay above it, It shows strength and gives investors hope that the stock can rebound. But if it dips below, it could signal trouble ahead. For now, though, the bulls are still holding the reins. Even though the bears keep trying to drag Palantir's price down, saying it's way too expensive and doesn't make sense, they seem to forget something pretty fundamental. One market analyst put it perfectly on Twitter. A lot of investors overlook that the stocks with the biggest potential over time often have the highest price metrics right now. Why? Because new innovations can make those numbers skyrocket. That's exactly what we're seeing with Palantir, along with other big names. If you're just looking at things like ratios, you might think they're overpriced. But the real magic is in their future potential. The key is to focus on where the company is heading. Look at their projected revenue and net income over the next 5 to 10 years. When you start crunching the numbers, factoring in their current business plus future innovations, you'll see a much clearer picture of their value. It's worth playing around with revenue estimates for your favorite stocks over the long term. You might be surprised to realize just how cheap some of these expensive stocks actually are when you think about the big picture. But hear this. If you're buying Palantir stock for the short term, sure, it can feel risky, especially with all the market noise. But the real value lies in looking at the long-term potential, and that potential is massive. Palantir isn't just another tech company. It's the only one capable of delivering the kind of services it does, which is exactly how it secures so many high-stakes contracts. One renowned Twitter analyst explained it perfectly, saying, "Palantir has a monopoly on automated governance, serving as the ultimate operating system for data and global decision-making." Think about it. Palantir has been the sole awardee for the Army Vantage program since 2018. That's not just dominance, it's basically a monopoly. And they're not stopping there. Other concepts show how they're pushing the boundaries of what's possible in AI and decision-making. This is why Palantir stands out. They're not just building software, they're creating tools that entire governments and industries rely on to function. That's a level of impact and exclusivity that's hard to match. For investors, it's all about seeing that big picture. Palantir isn't just a stock. It's a stake in the future of global tech leadership. So when you look at Palantir, it's all about giving it some time. Just like any new tech or product, full adoption doesn't happen overnight. One Twitter user explained this perfectly, even backing it up with charts. He pointed out that with any breakthrough tech, it takes time for people to really understand it, get on board, and eventually start using it. It's kind of like the early years of smartphones. People didn't jump on immediately, but once they did, it changed everything. Right now, Palantir is still in that innovators phase of adoption. They're ahead of the curve, but they're still building momentum. So, for investors, it's about patience. The full impact of their tech might take time to be realized, but once it catches on, the growth could be huge. All we need to do is give it a bit more time to unfold. In the end, Palantir's future is incredibly bright. While the stock might go through its ups and downs in the short term, the company is building something truly special. With its one-of-a-kind tech and massive potential, Palantir isn't just shaping the future of business and government. It's positioning itself as a key player in how decisions are made on a global scale. As more people start to understand and adopt its technology, the impact will be felt far and wide, touching industries and individuals across the world. The road ahead might take some time, but Palantir is on the cutting edge of a revolution that could transform the way we all live and work. So, for anyone watching closely, it's clear. Palantir's journey is just getting started, and the best may be yet to come. But what is your opinion on this? Comment down below. If you're curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on the screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, then turn on the notifications bell on this channel. Missing an important Palantir update might make you lose money, so don't risk it. Also, please share this video with as many people as possible. Let's get this news out there.